Good evening. Powerful ideas. How do we know that something is a powerful idea? What is the sign? What are the signs of a powerful idea? After a powerful idea is proven into great business success, everybody knows it's a powerful idea. But when it's an ideation stage, when idea comes up, how do we know and what are the signs of a powerful idea? Number one, people will start saying that it's risky. That's the first thing and the first sign of a great idea. Now, yes, all great ideas are risky by definition. If they are not risky, everybody will do it. And why shouldn't they? Right? If a sheep goes to an unknown land for grazing, 1,000 sheep follow. It's the first sheep that is taking the risk. So any great idea is risky by definition. So that's the first sign. So if you, your child, your mother, your husband, your wife, if somebody comes up with a great idea and people start saying, don't do it, it's risky, I think you should start thinking that you have something. Yes, having a risky idea doesn't mean that it's going to be successful. So calculate it. How much risk is it? What risk is it? And how are you going to address that risk through making your idea work? So calculate the risk. The second sign is people say it's not proven. And we're not talking about ideas to create companies, to create profit-making companies. Yes, business ideas also are important, but also taking the next leap in science, technology, medicine. You may be sitting in a research center of a university or a school for that matter. And people will start saying when you present an idea, they start saying that it's not proven. Don't do it. Why are you going to be running behind this unproven idea? Now let's take a look back. Actually, if you work on a proven idea, there is nothing great about it. You're not going to break the mold. You're not going to be a path breaker. It's unproven, uncharted territories that actually make great ideas and change the world tomorrow. Yes, when somebody says, don't do it, it's not proven, that's another sign that you have something in your idea. The third aspect, especially for business ideas, no one will buy this. People will start saying, no one will buy this. And many of you know that there was a great comment from IBM CEO several decades ago. And he said, there is a demand for 5 computers in the world. 5. And no one else would buy these computers. And we don't need to give examples of how it turned out 30, 40 years later. So when somebody says nobody is going to buy this product, you need to think deeper. Yes, you need to assess, not blindly go through your journey, but you start doing research. Whether it's market research, analytical research, get the data, go to the places. See if somebody says nobody will buy, is that really true? And make sure that before you kill the idea yourself, you did enough research, you do enough analysis. There's so much on your palm these days. 30 years ago, if you got a great idea, to do research, to understand what other products are there in that category, and what's there in the market, what's there in the United States, what's there in India, what's there in Sri Lanka, it's going to take ages to find out. Now, the world is on your palm. And it's really important to do the research and make sure that there is somebody and there is a scale of people who are going to buy your product or service that you're going to create. So don't just simply dump your idea when somebody says no one will buy. The other aspect or the sign is it's not practical. This idea is not going to work. It's not practical. People will not use this product or service, and that's another sign. And imagine so many years ago, Nokia had all the mobile phones research done for a touchscreen mobile phone. They had it complete working models in their labs. But they thought these are not practical in terms of cost, in terms of price, in terms of marketability, so many things. But somebody comes along called Apple, and they kill Nokia almost to death. Why? It's not that they lacked the knowledge, understanding, innovation. They had all of that. In fact, they are working products of touchscreen phones in their labs lying for 5 years, 10 years before the first successful phone with touchscreen capability came in. Because they just thought it's not practical for a number of reasons. And the solution, when somebody says it's not practical, an innovator, an entrepreneur, what they should do? They should make it work, make it practical. The answer is in the question itself. This is the killer. Everybody says this, especially when you have great idea that's going to change the world. And this is that. Everyone have failed you. Everyone has failed before you. And so will you. So this is quite an important aspect, especially young entrepreneurs face, saying, a lot of people have done this. Everybody has failed. You will also fail. Now it's right. This part, they are right. There's a definite certainty that you're also going to fail. But that doesn't mean you should stop there. That doesn't mean that failure should stop you. I don't think any single great innovation, invention, even for the discoveries for that matter, have resulted in great success in their first attempt. If you ask any entrepreneur in the world who achieved great success, that have you succeeded without failing the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time? People will say they failed hundreds of times. And the greatest example is in the light bulbs that glowing on us. It's 2,500 times Edison failed before he successfully launched his light bulb. 2,000 plus times. Now, as an innovator, we need to make sure that if somebody says everybody have failed trying your idea and you will also fail, he said, yes, I'm going to fail, but I'm going to make it succeed one day by trying, and by trying. The other one, the other sign is your idea will cost a fortune. Don't do it. It will cost your job, it will cost your home, it will cost your family silver, it will cost your farm. Yes, if you are going to break the mold, go to the places nobody has gone, yes, it will cost a fortune. That doesn't mean it will cost billions, but it will cost a fortune to you. It could be your family time. It could be the great job that you're already in. It could be the comfort zones. It could be the security zone that you are already in. So when you hear people saying that this is going to cost a fortune to you, don't do it, that's another sign that you have a great idea. And that burning innovator in you should wake up when people start saying it's going to cost a fortune. So how do you resolve? Yes, it's going to cost a fortune. How much is it? What is it going to cost me? And the greatest solution for that is plan. Doesn't matter, it's just money, family, time, all of these. Plan and scale. It might cost a fortune, but I'll take one step at a time. But I'll take strong steps. And that is a great character of an entrepreneur who's going to change the world. Plan and scale. The last, this will take a lot of time. Your idea is going to take a lot of time, probably lifetime. And a lot of entrepreneurs get scared, the time. And we hear from great entrepreneurs that they did not become a billionaire or a successful scientist, a Nobel laureate. None of these people achieved great successes in a day, in a month, in a year. They work relentlessly toward their goal with perseverance, with commitment, with hard work. Yes, it's absolutely right that a great idea will take a lot of time to actually make it work. So when people say that this is going to take a lot of time, this idea to make it work, you're absolutely right. Yes, great things will take a lot of time. And our education system nowadays wants quick successes. A lot of cultures have changed. People want success tomorrow, day after, next month, next year. They're not going to wait for decades to be the next Nobel laureate. They're not going to wait for decades to develop the next great system, whether it's a software system or a hardware, whatever that is, or a service for that matter. So we need to inculcate that sense of long-term attitude in our children, whether you're a parent, whether you're a school, whether you're a university. Great things take great time. And it's really important to develop that sense of time. Yes, but there is also a secret to crack time. You're not going to do in this age everything on your own. We collaborate and reduce the time that takes to reach the peak that you want it to reach. So it's absolutely essential that you collaborate, you depend, you develop your teams and build things together. It's not like 30 years ago or 50 years ago where you don't know who is the other person that is working on the same idea. Somebody could be across the world, but today you can collaborate. You can build great research, great products, great businesses, great inventions, whether that is in science, technology, medicine, IT, doesn't matter what field. I think one way to crack time and reduce the time is to collaborate. And also develop a sense of culture to make sure that we inculcate that sense of wonder of a long-time goals, pursuit of long-time ambitions in our children and in our culture, in our nations. And we need to teach ourselves, our children, our students, that great things take time. Not even a single example exists in the world where great things were built in one day. And one example I always quote is the first known human invention, many people know this, is a wheel made in stone. The wheel is considered to be the first human invention that really changed life. And how many times those ancient humans might have worked hard to make the wheel. And from that wheel, from that humble wheel, now we built one of the most profound engineering marvels, the International Space Station. How did we reach from the ancient man's wheel to the International Space Station? Were those built in a day, in a month, in a year? No. They took decades. They took nations to come together to build International Space Station. And that up there in the sky tells us that great ideas have certain times and certain signs. And those things we need to remember, that when we get a spark in us, when we get a great idea, don't get demotivated. Don't kill your idea, but read the signs, prepare yourself, and make your idea work. Thank you.